Listen, Terry McLaurin asked for a trade. Now, when you are in a contractual holdout, and you hold out, and then you hold in, and then you hold in, and you're back, that's supposed to, get the juices flowing, where I'm showing you, management, that's not giving me the contract that I want, not hitting the number that I want. It shows you, hey, I want to stop being fined. And two, I'm here, okay? So let's get things going. And things apparently not going well enough that Terry McLaurin, through his representative, we're assuming, said, I want out. Send me somewhere else. Send me to a spot that will pay me the money that I want. And interesting, we choose this photograph where he's holding up. It looks like he is waving goodbye right now. And listen, here's where I'll go on this. We've heard this before, okay? In terms of demanding a trade, is it good for the relationship? No. Does this mean things are going well? Of course not. Does this mean it's over? No. That it certainly does not. Let's not forget, a few years ago, there was one individual who plays at a position that gets paid the most in the National Football League and is rewarded the most, not just in terms of money, but attention and fandom and pressure and all that. We're talking about quarterback. Once upon a time was a quarterback who wanted to get paid, wanted a contract, wasn't getting it, and decided to ask for a trade, and not through a representative to the team, but used his own thumbs and pressed send on a tweet saying, I want out, just as his head coach was putting his rear end in a chair in front of the media at the owners' meeting. I'm referring to Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens, and his head coach, John Harbaugh, was just sitting down in front of the media gathered to talk to the coach and the rest of the AFC coaches at their breakfast at the owners' meeting. Nothing gets more dicey and acrimonious than that. Yada, yada, yada. Lamar Jackson went nowhere. He wound up getting his contract. He's still there. He is 100% the most popular Baltimore Raven. Everyone's wearing their Lamar jerseys everywhere. It's all hunky-dory. Now we'll see if he can make the Super Bowl for the team. So, keep that in your mind's eye. Just the receiver position. It was just at this point last year, Brandon Ayuk had been asking for trades. He was Zooming with Jaden Daniels, who we keep talking about how Daniels and McLaurin are attached. Ayuk played college ball with Jaden Daniels in Arizona State before he went to LSU, won the Heisman Trophy, and became the unicorn that he is in the NFL today. Brandon Ayuk said, I want it out, and he's FaceTiming with guys who he wanted to play with. I mean, he's putting it all out in front of everybody. As a matter of fact, there was even an entertained idea of trading him and a trading partner that got out from Niners camp involving the Steelers. Yada, yada, yada. Ayuk went nowhere. He got the contract, and obviously he got hurt, and the Niners are hoping that he's going to come back better than ever for a contract that does appear to be less than market value now, because when he didn't go to Pittsburgh, that left things open for the Steelers to say, hey, we'll just trade for DK Metcalf, give him the richest contract in the history of the Steelers at the position, even though he's never played a snap for us yet. And that is where maybe McLaurin is sitting here saying, I want at least that deal in Washington. And I'll just say it again. I've not met Adam Peters. I've heard from so many people how wise and smart he is, and he comes from the Niners organization, right? And clearly, he does know what he is doing. But it would be just a massive dereliction to not figure this piece out. There's a number out there. They have to land on it. They have to. They cannot go into Jaden Daniels' second year and say, hey, guess what? The way you did everything last year and you went to heights that few people, other than maybe us and you and your family, thought you could get to as a rookie in the NFL. And the guy who helped in that process, probably in more ways than you even know, off the field, You're gonna take that guy away from him over a money deal. That we're not gonna, because we can't run the risk of paying him where at age 32, 33, he's no longer, we get diminished returns. Heck with that. 2025 is here. He made the Final Four last year. To heck with that. I don't know what McLaurin's asking, but let's get close to it. Let's get close to a number that you're comfortable with and figure it out. Smart enough people involved here. All around. And I don't know the answer, obviously. I'm not involved in these negotiations. I don't know if McLaurin's overshooting and thus shooting himself in the foot contractually and negotiating. I don't know what's going on. All I know is this has to get done, and if it does not, you're going to turn to Jaden Daniels and say, hey, do it again, but with a completely different go-to guy who is as savvy as they come and as great as they come in the locker room and the community as well. I don't get it, don't understand it, but I'm also not sitting here saying, oh, this is over. It's not the NBA, okay? It's not like Durant saying I want out, because then he does. So I still think this gets done, but it doesn't look great right now. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.